All right. Hey everybody, we're going to go over solving radical equations. Now this video you can use this video for Thursday and Friday's assignment. All right, so when we're solving a radical equation, you're only really going to, you just kind of treat it as one variable, right? So think of this as being 3x minus 15 equals negative 6. Well, what would we do if it were just 3x minus 15 equals negative 6? Well, the first thing we would do is we would add 15 to both sides. Now we've got 3 times x plus 1, really, right? Like that, equals 9. Now if it were 3x equals 9, what would you do? Well, we would divide by 3. So let's do that same process. But in this case, we're left with the square root of x plus 1 equals 3. Okay, so when you get a square root symbol like this, remember, the inverse of the square root symbol is squaring something, so to square it. So in order to get rid of this sign, you have to square this side. Well, if you guys remember, for equations, whatever you do to one side, you have to do, to the other. So this becomes x plus 1 equals 3 squared, which is 9. Okay, and then at this point, you subtract 1 from both sides. So we find that x equals 8. All right, so that's how you would solve a radical expression equation. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go through a couple more examples. Like I said, these are going to be the notes for Thursday and Friday. Thursday is when you have a radical on one side, and Friday is when there are radicals on both sides. So the steps don't change. Just follow the process, all right? So the second one we're going to do is this, square root of 4x minus 19, and the minus 2 equals 5. Okay, again, remember guys, when I write these problems up, if you want to try them, pause the video and try them, and then see what you get when you come back and watch me do it. All right, so in this case, if this were just x minus 2 equals 5, we would add 2. And then we'd get x, but in this case, it's not x, it's the square root of 4x minus 19 equals 7. Okay, nothing else to do here other than get rid of the radical sign. So let's do that by squaring both sides. So now we've got 4x minus 19 equals 49. Okay, good so far. Then we add 19 to both sides. And we get 4x equals 68. And then when we divide both sides by 4, we find that x equals 17. Now you can plug this back in up here, and you should be able to take 4 times 17 minus 19, and then subtract 2 and get 5. And if you plug it back in, that will actually work. Okay, so when you guys are solving these, please treat it like this is one big variable until you get to this part where you have to square it, all right? Get everything else away from it, square both sides, and then solve your 1 or 2 step equation, whatever's left at the end. All right? Okay, so let's look what we do if we have radicals on both sides. So what if you're given this square root of 3x minus 3 is equal to square root of 2x plus 8. And remember guys, we're looking for the one value of x that makes the left side and the right side equal to each other. Well, in this case, there's nothing to do on the outside, so I feel like these are almost a little bit easier because all you do is you square both sides to start. That gives you 3x minus 3 equals 2x plus 8. Now you're solving an equation with variables on both sides. Okay, and then we add 3, so we find that x equals 11. All right, and again, just to check, you guys can do that. 3 times x is 33, 33 minus 3 would be 30, or the square root of 30. Okay, and then if we plug it back in over here, 2 times x is 22 plus 8 is the square root of 30. Do they match? They do, so we just check to make sure our answer is correct. All right, so I'm going to write 2 more up here. And like I said, guys, when I write these, pause the video, try them. And if you're stuck, remember to send me an email or ask questions, okay? All right, so we got the square root of 5x minus 4 is equal to the square root of 3x plus 20. Okay, again, notice nothing on the outside. Square both sides then. 5x minus 4 equals 3x plus 20. Subtract 3x on both sides. 2x minus 4 equals 20. Add 4. 2x equals 24. Divide by 2. X equals 12 would be our answer for that one. Okay? So again, guys, this is all stuff I know you can do. Just remember that the inverse of taking the square root is squaring. So if you've got that sign and you need to get rid of it, you need to square. Okay? All right, the last example we're going to go over, and then you guys can get started on your assignments, is 13 minus x equals 3x, the square root of 3x minus 15. Okay, again, we're going to square both sides. 13 minus x equals 3x minus 15. Add x. 13 equals 4x minus 15. Okay. Plus 15. 28 equals 4x. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. X equals 7. Okay, guys, make sure you're getting the assignments on Edge Elastic that match up with these concepts completed. That's where I'm going to pull your grades from. The PDFs that I'm sharing on your document for the week are for your practice. That's why they have the answers attached to them. So do those, check your answers, and then go online and do the Edge Elastic assignment for your grade. That's going to be the best way for you to practice these, so when we do a quiz, you can really show mastery and understanding. All right? Email me if you have any questions, and keep working hard, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.